we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Play action, Tannehill. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Tannehill now to throw.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And down inside the 15 he goes. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Tannehill toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here's Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Deep in the red zone, seemed like they had their mind made up that that was 4-down territory, and now they've got it inside the 5.
I like the way you looked at that because you're thinking just like a play caller and a head coach.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener.
A try here for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
score, and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw. Touchdown! He's got it at the 2. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Colts lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Carr getting this out to the flat. Mostert.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3.
Yards on 1st down.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's swung out to Mostert.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill.
That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
2nd and 5. To the right side, this is Taylor. And some room to work. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 64 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. First and 10, Taylor now. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. I'm
okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game. or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
as the first half is winding down.
and the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor.
Shreds the tackle. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception. They've got to be careful about developing a sense of...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Well, you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And running with power here. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, 60 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. To throw is Tannehill. Looking for Campbell downfield. He's got a man, complete.
In your face!
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 75 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Carr to throw again. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern, maybe some off tip. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr.
Right back to Waller. He's got it this time.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Carr. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, Taylor eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. Now he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Third and 2, Tannehill. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his third of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. Here's 2nd and 10.
On play action, now Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. Muscles him off. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They run again with Hines. Room here to run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory